You're watching another Supercharged Masterclass with Jordan Samuel Fleming. Your opportunity to learn the ins and outs of Podio design and development from one of the top Podio partners in the world.
Hey everybody, Jordan Fleming here with another Supercharged Masterclass. And today I'm going to dive into one of the best practices that I've discovered over the years and I wanted to give to you guys. And this is when you may want to use a category field versus a relationship field to develop a pick list. So, a little background here before we dive into Podio. Obviously, there are two types of fields that people use all the time in Podio. There's the category field and there's a relationship field. The relationship field allows you to link to another item in either the same app or a different app. A category field provides you with a fixed set of options, right? So, traditionally people use category fields as sort of a way of segmenting. This is the stage I'm at. This is the lead heat, hot, medium, cold, etc. But I want to make the case for using relationship fields as pick lists in certain situations. Let's dive into Podio and take a look. Okay, so here we are in Podio. Now, just for clarity's sake, I'm going to open up an item here, and of course, this is a relationship field. It's linking to another item, and these are category fields. This is a category field which is portraying a few options, and I can click any of these. I can set category fields to allow me to see them as a list like this, or as a list from top to bottom, or as a single selection like a drop-down menu. And of course, I can determine whether people are allowed to pick multiple or singulars. The same thing as you can do with a relationship field, right? So with a category field here, I can say, is it required, but most importantly, do they get a single choice or multiple choice, and how do I want to see them? And at a relationship point of view, I can do the same. I can say multiple or only one reference, right? Now, historically, people have said, well, if you're going to use, you're going to have a pick list of things like this property type, this property value is this, or this stage is this. We're going to use category fields for all of these. I want to make the argument today that there are really good times when you want to use a relationship instead. So, my general rule, and again, it's a general rule, is that if it is a category or a field where the information is unique to this app, then a category field can make a lot of sense, particularly if you want to be able to show the colors and have the colors mean something. Hey, are you using Podio to manage your real estate investment business? Wait! Click the link to find out why thousands of real estate investment professionals are using Podio Plus smartphone to make more calls, send more text, and close more deals. Click the link. That's something relationship fields can't really do. So that category fields work really well when it's kind of very unique to this app, hot, warm, or cold, or where we are kind of running through a process like this. But what about in the situation where I want a pick list, which again, historically, category fields have done. I want a pick list, for instance, for the property type. Here, in fact, here's a good example. Here's a pick list using a drop-down, and here's property type. And it's a relationship field. Why? Well, a couple reasons. Number one, particularly if you're building a system where you're not necessarily sure what all the options are going to be, or if you're going to use the same pick list across multiple apps. Now, you can do that with a category field. Of course you can. And you can, when you're using Citrix PWA/GlobyFlow, you can, of course, make sure that whatever the category field is here, when you create the item over in this second app, you can make sure it's the same. But it's also fraught with potential problems. if you're using category fields, you cannot make a typo. You cannot have a change in spacing, in capitalization. It has to be exact. Typos are death for that because the system isn't going to make an educated guess. It's going to look for an exact match. But a relationship field, of course, well, that just links to an app. And fantastic. I can link to this same app from any app and I'll have the exact same options. It'll always show me what is here. And that makes sharing the same pick list across multiple apps hugely useful. There's another reason to do it like this. Where you have a pick list that may expand over time. Okay, hands up who's using Podio for real estate and they don't want more leads. Nobody. You want more leads closed? Well, check out Smartphone for Podio, the only phone system fully built for Citrix Podio. With an fully integrated power dialer and our amazing mobile apps, it means wherever you are, you can make more calls, log to Podio, send more texts, log to Podio, and close more deals, all logged to your Podio CRM. Click the link. Check it out. So, of course, you can do that with a category field. You can modify the template, go in and change and add new options and change them around. Of course, you can do that. But if you're using it across multiple apps, there's a huge problem there because you have to go across each one and get them exactly right each time and make the change exactly right in each one. Pain in the ass. By having a unified pick list for something like here, property type, I could add more and more property types, and I could even do a field here where I made, I could even say, okay, well, actually, I'm going to say a status of live versus archived, right? And let's just do it like that. And I could then change the view and say, well, show me all the ones where I got to refresh, sorry, all the ones where the status is only live, and make this one with live, right? And then I could update and say, well, actually, I only want you to show me the ones marked live. So in essence, I could have all the old category options as well, the old pick list options, and make some of them archived, but they're still there, so I still have all the information. Because here's another reason why this works sometimes as a pick list. If I open up this, I can see, oh wait, look at all the things that have used this pick list option, right? I can run reports on this. I can count them up. I can create PDF reports, whatever I want. A category field can't do that. Not across multiple apps. So by using this pick list like this instead of a category field, I'm actually able to say, oh, wow, look at all the people. Look at all the properties. Look at all the transactions. Look at all the buyers who have this option selected. And that can be hugely powerful from a reporting point of view, but also just from a essentially making your life easier in Podio point of view. A category field is very much a static thing for that app. And if you have 5 apps that use the same category field with the same options, you have to build it 5 times, being exactly right each time. And you have to make sure that if you add or subtract options, A, you're going to lose some, potentially some reporting, but B, you have to do it across all 5 apps. With a relationship field, you don't. Are you using Podio with CallRail? There's a better way. Click the link, find out why hundreds of businesses have moved over to using Smartphone, the only phone system built for Podio. Make more calls, send more texts, and close more deals. Click the link. Now, I do still love category fields for things, particularly around things like this, where they really are kind of static to this app, and they're not relevant to if I do create another item in another app based on this one. Doesn't really matter. And I do like it where I'm going to potentially color it in a calendar, or the colors mean something very specific. But I want to make the case where you should really think about using relationship fields as pick lists. You can use them and you can make them multiple if you want. So if you have the ability to select multiple, just like a category field, And it's very easy when you're using GlobyFlow / Citrix PWA. If say you create a new item in another app based exactly on this, it's very easy to just drop the exact same reference fields into the exact same reference field on the new app. There's no problem, no worry about typos or anything like that. So that's my view on this. And agree or not, go ahead, hop over to the YouTube channel, go to this video, give me comments. If there's anything you want to see, give me a comment. Please do hit the subscribe button to make sure you're notified of any other videos we come out with. We're going to be doing that on a very regular basis. Of course, pop over to smartphone, and there's a link in the description of the video. If you're using Podio, you should be using smartphone. It is an incredible advantage to have your phone system fully connected into your CRM system. And hop over and take a listen to my Supercharged podcast, available on all the main podcast platforms. Thanks very much.
Thanks for watching this Supercharged Masterclass with Jordan Samuel Fleming, CEO of Smartphone. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel to be notified of new podcast episodes, Podio Masterclasses, and in-depth Podio extension reviews.